Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to day 2 of the Colin Coleman Memorial Tournament. In the U13A division matchup, we have the Kent Sid Flames against the Pictou County Crushers.
Both of these teams, they're still in search for semifinal berth tomorrow. And they are both definitely not mathematically eliminated. The Crushers are 0-1-1. And the Flames are 1-1. So a much needed 2 points for either of these squads. Face-off's gonna go just outside the Kent Sid bench in the neutral end. One in by the Crushers, they walk in, but it's quickly covered as the puck just got loose. That one's gonna be covered up by Sonye. Now the face-off. It's going to go to the right of Sonye. There's a shot from the blue line after the face-off win. It'll find its way to trickle into the corner. Flames try to get it out, blocked at the line by Day. He tries to flip. That one blocked before he could get anywhere. Gets it back. Travels his way down the corner. Poke checked. Turning around. Back in the corner. Throwing that one up into the slot. And nothing doing there. It's grabbed back. Could be a potential rush for the Flames back the other way. Up the right wing. Pass to the middle. And that one was just in behind Dallaire. And he couldn't quite get the stick on it. Dallaire fighting in the corner. Bolchi and Day in there as well as it travels along the wall in the back of the net. Taken by Silas Sonye. He gets stripped of the puck back down the other way. Horchuk walking in. Can't quite get a shot off. The rebound in the trailer. Bucci coming up with the shot. And that one didn't miss the net by much. Silas Sonye finding it at his own hash marks. Trying to turn and spin and get his way out of the zone, and he will in the neutral end. It's flipped into the bench there for a stoppage. And the face-off is going to go out just outside the blue line, outside the bench of the Crushers. Won by the Flames. They quickly bring it in. Curling across there, I believe that's Shaw, who had tried to move it around everyone. It gets up to the blue line. The attempted shot didn't go. Picking up here, and it's just sent outside the zone by Alain and all the way down the opposite end of the ice. Taken here by defenseman Miguel Poirier. Stopping behind the net, then sending it along the boards. The near boards now. Applying heavy pressure there is Austin. Austin trying to find his way down deeper into the boards. Skoke Woods trying to hold in and can't. Potential odd man rush for Kent Sid back the other way. Leading it there was Shaw, putting it to the net. That was saved. Side of the net, backdoor for Shaw. And that one he didn't get much of. And just sent that one wide. Grabbing it here, there's the shot. And to be smothered by Kennedy. And there's the first big chance of our game. Face off to Kennedy's left. We'll try this one again after a Crusher got kicked out of the draw. Linesman Liam Sadler kicking another Crusher out of the draw. Treen unable to get to that one, to the blue line. Richard can't quite hold it in. Potential rush back the other way, led by McDonald. McDonald skating in, trying to get some moves between some legs, then gets collided with and sends multiple players down to the ice. Bruno Richard trying to move it back the other way. That one got caught up in a pair of feet. Here's Bro. Now taken by the Crushers. There was a shot that elevated over the net. I believe that was McDonald in the near corner. Now out to center in the neutral zone. Near boards, trying to spin and get that one, get control. There was Casey. Casey stepping in, trying to bulldoze his way down. He was rejected there by Harpole. Here at the blue line, there's a shot redirected. Almost getting a touch on that, and the rebound was Richard. But that one takes a weird hop, and he's unable to get to that one. Linesmen are going to say this one was deflected. It's all the way back in the Kent Sud end. The Flames walk it back past the blue line. Stepping into the middle, there was the pass from Shaw. Couldn't quite connect with Silas Saunier. Attempted clear, blocked there by Poitier. Poitier again, he's going to be able to hold this one in as it bounces towards the net. Austin's going to corral that one and go behind the net. Hits the brakes, pressure from Dallaire. He'll send that one off the wall. Again, Poitier at the line. Toe drag release there, the shot, they score! And it's a shot from the blue line from number 17, Miguel Poitier. I believe that was redirected somewhere along the way and finds its way to the back of the net. And the Flames get the icebreaker in this one. Flames bring it back in the offensive end. They send this one around the glass. Bro up to the line. Waiting, shot towards the net. They'll try another one, and that one didn't miss wide by much. Bro again, digging for it around the boards. Paradis out in front, and couldn't quite get that one to Bro. Flipped up towards the blue line. Caught in Paradis. The shot to the net, that one didn't go. Got blocked off a leg. The Flames up to the line, walking down. There's a shot, glove save. Cade Kennedy sprawling out on his stomach.
The Kent Sud Flames, like we've seen with a few teams here, play very defensive-heavy puck cycle, as a lot of their forwards automatically look for open D-man, as their strategies are deflection shots or just getting in rebounds from hard defensive shots.
And not only have we seen this theme occasionally in this tournament where defenses are left wide open, it's almost similar to some rec league hockey that I've seen. They find their way into the corner again. It's Casey up to the line. He's unable to get to that one. Out in neutral ice. It's thrown back the opposite way by Mahar.
Well, speaking of patterns, we've had fantastic officials so far, and honestly, I'd say one of the standouts is oh my God, what a goal!
Oh my God! And that was an absolute snipe to the top corner. I believe that was Bruno Richard, who had come in down the right wing and made this a one-man show. With the little loose puck deke, and then says we're going upstairs for a 2-0 lead, just under 7 to go in period 1.
Well, as I was saying before, Bruno Richard absolutely sniped one. We've had great officials all weekend, and honestly, one of the most standouts is Liam Sadler. I mean, like, just the way he calls offsides and drops the puck. We're very, very lucky to have an official like him. Hats off to Liam Sadler.
The Crushers make their way up the left wing. It's a rink-wide pass. McLeod working his way in. Braden McLeod stepping in, trying a shot. And that was redirected off a body. It finds its way behind the net. The Flames look for it. They travel it into the corner. Up to the blue line it goes, trying to spin and keep that one in is McLeod. He'll have to dump that one in as it just got outside the blue line. Flames reset. Rink-wide pass up the left wing. McLeod again there to disrupt that one. Flipped back there by Mahar. The Flames will find that deep in their end. Goes around the net, rimming around the boards. That one over for Poitier. Now in a tie-up. It's sent out to the middle. Little stretch pass. Dalal to the middle. Working in now is Bro. Bro is way in, and he's unable to get anything going. Ethan McDonald the other way for Pictou County. McDonald avoiding a couple slashes. Loses possession of the puck in the process. It's cleared back the opposite way. This one not going to be called an icing. Behind the net is Frazier. Frazier up the wall. That one's turned over. Walking into the slot. There's the save and the rebound. They couldn't quite jam it home. Working up is Jace Shreen. Getting into the offensive zone and a must-needed clear. Flames in the corner. Searching for it. There's Silas Saunier. They find it up through center. Could they split the D? Right here on a breakaway. Shaw to his forehand, scores! Xavier Shaw splits the D with speed through the neutral zone. Goes right through both and then lifts it to the top shelf on Cade Kennedy, making it 3-0 in favor of the Flames.
Wow. That's all I can just say, like, wow. I mean, 2 goal of the tournament candidates in just the first period already. I mean, it just goes to show the skill of this Ken Sid team.
And I mean, Shaw gathered that puck just after his own blue line and just skated in a straight line, just using his speed to get all alone. Nissan, along at his team, at the opposite team's blue line. Nissan, he'll let one go, and that one missed the net, not by very much, however. Trying to work in there. That one looked to have been Casey, but he was stripped of the puck. The opposite board, Torchuk. Skating up through center, little cut there. Continues to move along. There's a shot that just goes over the net. Again, not a shot that missed by very much. Nissan at the ringette line. His pocket gets picked. It's now room around the boards. Around for Saunier. Saunier pinned. Another players will come in to help. It's regathered by the Flames as they'll dig it deeper into their zone before providing a huge breakout as they walk into the zone. What a move all alone. There's the shot. They score!
Bar down snipe. I mean, if you're Kennedy, like, there's literally nothing you can do about that one. I mean, some of these shots, honestly, I'd say are unstoppable.
And that's just another highlight reel goal. And there's just nothing you can do right now to stop this red hot team on fire, no pun intended. But the Flames, right now they're unstoppable. Right in front, there was a one-timer attempt. That one didn't go. There's another try and they score. I believe that was Shaw getting the last touch on it.
And the Pictou County Crushers will send in their backup goalie. Cade Kennedy will sub out as number 31 for the Crushers. Brock Manning will go in net.
This game definitely tighter than it may seem. Just the past minute or two has been absolutely insane for this Kent Sid team. This one's shot out of the zone. Standing back for it is Lord. Lord will find it in his own end. Look, sees he has time. Chased by McLeod, but he'll split up 2 Crushers. Stopped at the red line, taken back by Kent Sid. They'll find their way into the zone. With speed into the zone, there's the shot that just goes above the net. That one from Saunier had a lot of power behind it. Just missed the cage, however. Paradis at the line. We'll throw it in. It's McLeod. Or, excuse me, it's Harple that'll find it in the corner. Out there, Skoke Woods unable to clear. The line's held. Here's the shot that again just goes over the net. Shaw wanted his third. This one's kept in, put to the point. There's the shot through traffic. Manning will easily be able to turn that one aside for a whistle. We got just under 2 to go in period 1. Face off to the left of Manning, won by the Flames. There's going to be a shot from the blue line. It's redirected, touched with a high stick. And the Crushers will touch up. Now making the puck free, Bro. Looking for it, Logan Bro. With a smart heads-up play on that to not touch the puck immediately after the high stick. Now resulting in his team getting some offensive zone possession there for a second. Day up there for McDonald. He'll clear that one off the wall. Back in the other end, it's Anna. Waiting back, going behind the net, coming to rest. Looking for options that will go against the boards. This one caught in. Here's Day trying to get a shot off, but fanned on it. That's going to be taken by the Flames at outside the zone. In the middle, it's Harple. Bringing it in, hits the brakes, has some room. There's the lane, and then he fires it just over the net. Caught down in the corner, 2 Flames and 1 Crusher. It's going to be Kent Sud that gets this one out into center ice. They'll clear it in there was Hayward. Throwing this one in behind the net for Ibal. There's a poke check taken by Pictou County. Sharp angle shot. And that one had just been sent wide of the net. The Flames in the middle. Working their way up the left wing with speed. Shaw setting his way in. That one's off the side of the post. He sends this one back into the slot. Threw it into some traffic, but it's Stream that intercepts him back the other way he goes. Stream up the blue line. Skates in, has an option in the middle. Will put it right back door. And then he couldn't connect with his intended target. Although very close to doing so. Captured back in the zone. Working his way in. There's a tripping call. We're going to have the game's first power play. It's going to be Pictou with 4.1 to go on the clock. Just a 2-minute tripping call as this is going to end the first as the Flames go behind their net. And that's the end of our first period here on MSD. It's 5-0 in favor of the Kent Sud Flames. Stick around for period 2. And here we are, all set for period 2. Pictou will start on the man advantage as they bring it into the zone. Nissan will clear it around the net. Had tried to get that one across for Bucci. Will be kept in the zone. This one's going to find its way behind the net. Alain with the intended clear, just threw it to the line. Cleared back in. It's the captain there, Poitier, without a stick. He just has to push his man, Nissan, into the corner. Poitier in there to help. Bucci waiting out in front. Can't quite get a stick on it there. And tried to get Horchuk Alain trying to clear this one again. Barely held in. There's a big hit. Nissan colliding with Horchuk right at their own blue line. But both teams get a chance to change now. The lead pass for Nissan. That one under his stick will be captured in by Saunier, and down the ice it'll go over to the net of Manning. First one there, back four for Pictou County is Austin. They'll fire that one along the boards as the Crushers try to get a clean zone breakout, but that's just sent to Saunier and cleared down the opposite direction. Austin trying to find it in behind him. Off the boards, regathered by McLeod. McLeod up the zone here along the blue line. He lets one go, and that one just wired left of Saunier. And this one another clear from Kent Sid. Just 20 seconds left to go, still on their man advantage. In the corner, hitting the brakes. Casey tried to look up high. Crushers will take over around at their own blue line. They bring it in. There's a shot. That one missed the net. Power play has expired. So we are back to some 5-on-5. In the zone, taken there. Tardif across with speed now. Dalal dropping this one off. Trying a shot. There was Paradis. Back to Dalal, and they score. So the Flames will tack on another.
Seems Kennedy is back in net. Not sure where the backup is, as I don't see him on the bench, but
now that you say that, Manning does not look to be on the bench. I didn't see him go to the room, however. Face off at center. It's a tie-up. Off the boards. Alain trying to regather for Kent Sid. She'll have to chase, going in behind the net now. All on the board. Banked by McDonald. Stopped in. There's a soft dish. McDonald. Poke check there by Coleman. At the line. Here's a shot redirected wide of the net. Poirier going to find him behind his net. He'll leave that off for Alain. Running the boards. It'll go for Saunier. Saunier up top to the middle. Over for Bro. Bro is quickly poke checked to the puck, bringing it back the other way. McDonald, poke checked by Poirier. In the corner, found there by Bro. He goes up for Saunier. He tries to continue this one along the wall. Was redirected by Tree, and the shot blocked by Poirier onto Bro. Bro will send this one across for Dalal. Dalal to the middle. Saunier stepping in, trying to get around a couple. In the offensive zone now, pinned. Crushers get this one outside of the blue line. Down for Bro. He'll fake the dump in. Tried to pass one off to Dalal, but this one will still end up in a dump in, but he was just outside the red line when doing so. So it'll be icing charged against Kent Sid. Just 8.5 remaining so far in this game. Off the face-off in the corner. They look to get this one out to the blue line. Leading the rush here is Shaw. He got stripped of the puck. The Crushers go back the other way. Past the ringette line. Trying to break in was Horchuk. And he's a dangerous one to watch out for Pictou County. In the corner, Ibal. Regathering for Kent Sid. Up the wall for Richard. Clapped back in with authority against the wall by Austin. Austin finding it against the boards. Moves his way to the middle. Gets redirected off a bunch of sticks. Nissan was looking for it there. And this one to be shot in. Lord coming to rest behind his net. Look for his options. Sees two Crushers come next to him. So he'll send that one around the boards. Richard redirecting to the middle. Shaw skating in, has two already. There's the shot. It's gloved down and covered. In the U13A division, the Miramichi Wild and the Louisville Lightning stand on top of the division, with Kent Sud not trailing too far behind. Shot put to the net. Redirected into the corner. They'll battle for it in the corner now. About 3 Crushers and 3 Flames all together. Shot from Poitier from the blue line from long. The rebound just ended up high in the slot. Poitier will get it back again. Another try redirected. And it finds its way back to the side of the net. They still jam away at it before they're forced deeper into the corner. Poitier again at the line. He'll have another try. 3rd time's a charm almost. And they try the backhander on the rebound. Again in the slot. And that one had just found its way to the side of the net. Poitier again, he'll wind up for a one-timer. This time it missed by a good margin. Flames at the ringette line. They'll bring it in. Almost into the corner now along the boards. This one headed up for Poitier. It won't get there. He'll have another try at it, however. This time his shot is blocked. Shot all the way down the ice, collected by Alain at her own blue line. Alain cutting to the middle with intense pressure there from Morris. She'll try to send that one over and across. Flames stepping in, pass in the middle, picked off by Pictou County as they try to bring it along the other direction now. Caught back in, Dalal skating in out of nowhere. Stoked Woods for it now. Trying to spin off the opposition and couldn't quite do so. Had survived for the longest time. Sony had found it in the neutral zone for a minute there. Crushers will bring this one in. Clear the zone as it's Poitier that finds it behind the net. His pass picked off right as a couple Crushers were changing. Here's Harpel skating down the saucer pass, almost kicked by McDonald. That tried to kick it to his feet. Shaw across to the other side, redirected off Dalal. And it'll find its way over to Haywood. Haywood to the middle. Taken by Lord. He shows off some nice hands. Lord will step in along the rush. Poke checked across. It's Sonia that goes to chase for it. Stopping at the line, there's another try. And that one just missed wide. It's picked up again by Dalal on the boards. His shot, another try. It was blocked out in front, and Shaw had another whack at it. Here he still is with it. Shaw out in front and couldn't quite get that one over. And there's a collision right at the Pictou blue line. Cleared down the ice. This will be our first whistle in a while. It's going to be icing against Pictou County. They desperately need some changes, so they won't mind that. At the line. Flames will throw that one back in. That one didn't go as planned, as now the Crushers bring it back the other way. They'll flip it in. Recovering on defense there is Lord. Up the wall. Trying to get that one to Ibel. Caught in. There's the shot attempt. Right on in front is right loose in the blue paint. They did get it there for a second. That was Nissan and Horchuk who got in tight to the goaltender. Just over 4 to go. What has been a pretty dominant game for Kent City. Shaw unable to hold that one in. Abel tried to get it. Clear, blocked by Richard. He's going to find this one at his own ringette line. Send that one rink wide, but it's poke checked by Horchuk, and it'll find its way to Austin on defense. Against the wall, he'll throw. Horchuk trying to bring it up to the neutral zone. He's poke checked right at the red line. He'll find it there on the near boards as he's trying to get past Eddie Shaw and can't. Eddie Shaw, the attempted pass, couldn't quite get the stick on it. Recaptured in there by Bro. Skating around in the neutral ice was Shaw. Again, he couldn't get it in. Captured back in by Ibel. He'll skate it in for Kent Sid. Ibel, he lets one go. And that one was blocked, I believe, by Frazier, who has now taken it into the corner. Frazier trying to go up against the wall, caught at the blue line. Ibel, he's going to put one towards the net, taken by Austin, and he'll find his way behind the cage. Austin hitting the brakes now. Waiting. Skating smoothly into the neutral zone. Headmans the puck. Here's the shot. And that one hit off one body and went into the corner. Gathered here by Nissan. Tried to go to the blue line. There was a Flame trying to turn and spin. Horchuk. Pass to his defense. Nissan trying to cut and curl deeper into the zone. Taken by Poitier in the corner. Poitier over-skated it there for a minute, but gets back on it. Will backhand that one along the wall for Alain. Alain to the middle. The saucer pass blocked it at the line. She'll try that one again. Delayed icing before it touched up on the Pictou County defense. Down the opposite end. Kenswood will try this one again. Here's Poitier at his own red line. He'll shoot that one through. Went off a stick of a Crusher, and they will call that one a high stick. All twos on the score clock. 2:22 in the second period. Just outside the offensive zone. Trying to bring it in there was Noah Paradis. Brought back by Pictou, and there was a quick back check there. Couldn't quite pinpoint who that was getting in the way with miraculous speed. Tardif tried to bring that one up on the red line. Flipped in, it'll go behind Saunier. Regathered here by Alain. She'll go up the wall. Pinned against the boards now. As they move it out in the center, it's Shaw. The little pass to the middle, that one didn't go, so Poitier having to reset. There's a little flip, kicked in. McLeod on the board, skating for it. It's Poitier and Skoke Woods, and it's going to be Poitier that's able to send that one up to Dalal. Dalal with speed, working in. Dalal the shot right at the side of the net, redirected behind the net now. Skoke Woods along the blue line. Picked off, hovering the line there is Mahar, but he's in just barely offside. Just over a minute left. It's Pictou that brings it into the zone. There was a collision in the corner. Ebel able to stand on his feet. Bro, across. What a pass for Dalal. Dalal trying to split the D. He does. Dalal's all alone to his forehand and lifts that one over the net. Rebound almost came back on top of the net. It's Dalal again behind the net. He gets stripped of the puck. Finds its way into the corner. And we have a whistle. It's a head contact penalty. Didn't quite see who that's going to. And we have some taunting from the Pictou player, so that indicates, or it will go against Pictou.
It seems Manning is in the box for some apparent reason. Not exactly sure why.
Maybe going to support his teammate. So we have a Kenswood power play that'll bleed into the third period. It's Anna that holds it in at the line. Starting off the power play here behind the net. Eddie Shaw hits the brakes, looks at it in front. The wraparound attempt. That one got caught up at the side of the net. It's Austin and Eddie Shaw in the far corner. Passes out in front. No one there. The backhander is sent over the net. Trying it again. There's a pretty big collision out in the corner. And before it's almost sent down, it's just offside, however, with less than 1 second to go in the second period. So we'll drop the puck, and then when we return in the third, Or it looks like they'll just run the clock out here. So when we return to the third, Kent Sid will be up 6-0. We'll go to straight time. It's Braden Lane and Diego Aragon, K Arena in the 2026 Colin Coleman U11 and U13 competitive tournament. And we're back for period 3, where we'll see some straight time and Kent Sid on a brief power play for just over a minute. They'll start it with it in their own end.
And Manning is back in net for the Pictou County Crushers.
McDonald trying to find that one against the boards. Was fighting there with Tardif. Across to the other side. Clearing as this one will find its way to the opposite corner. Bit of a collision against the boards there. Shaw looking and digging. As well as Horchuk. I believe it looks to be Frazier in there as well. Shaw looks to almost had won that battle before falling down. Shaw getting back up. Taken there by Sonier. Sonier trying to go to the high slot. That one redirected by Austin to the blue line. Another try through traffic. Rebound taken up by Sonier. He's behind the net. Back skates his way into the corner before passing that into a Crusher's leg, and down the ice it'll go. It's Zachary Sonier that's going to watch that one go just right of his net. Not too much time left on the power play. It looks like that'll be it for Kent Sid as they bring it in for one last rush. Here's a sharp angle shot, and they score. And that one somehow just squeaks by the Pictou goaltender and finds its way into the net. I don't believe this will be a power play goal.
Seven nothing in favor of the Kent Sid Flames. Having some technical issues here, but they will be fixed very soon. Very soon, the technical issues will be fixed, hopefully.
But for now, it's the Flames that bring it up past the blue line. Stopping into the zone there was Tardif. Unable to get to that one. Of the neutral end, it was Bro. Gets stripped of the puck. McLeod brings it in, cutting to the middle. Can't quite get a swipe on it. Flames up to the blue line. Working their way in. Alain trying to find her way to the puck and couldn't quite get the stick on it. That one in between the feet of Day. Now shot out. Looks like this will be a delayed icing. Sonier already in the butterfly, waiting for it. And he's had a pretty easy night. You can see him just stretching there in his net. As most of the action has been in the opposite end. To the left of Manning now. Face off, almost won there. Chipped into the neutral end by Mahar. Moved across over to Ibal. Ibal will clear that in. Taken by Austin. Austin dangles right between the legs of Casey as he finds some open space here. Austin, the saucer pass. Could be a breakaway. Stepping in, McDonald around a defender. And what a nice move on defense to break that one up. A dangerous one-on-one with a dangerous player. This one not going to be called icing. Taken around the board. Stopped at the blue line. The Flames bring it in. Potential 2-on-1. They skate in to the backhand. There they score. Xavier Shaw make it that the third of the game. As the clock will still tick down in the third period. Flames have now gone up by a score of 8-0 in this one.
Well, a strange pattern today. I'd say almost every game today has been a complete blowout. I mean, scorelines by at least 4 or 5 straight times in the third.
Although yesterday it started out with a couple one-goal games. This one's cleared down to the opposite end of the ice. This one won't go for icing. It's taken by Lucas Day. Turn and sent along the boards across for Harple. This one gets by Day once more. Hitting it there is Hayward. Has pressure from Saunier. Now going around the net is Harple. Emerging along the left side, getting by Dallaire. He's taken down, and that'll be a tripping call that sends Pictou County to the power play. Or never mind, it looks like Spencer Harple is going to get a retaliation call, giving a shot to Dallaire. And I do believe we have the signal that these penalties will even out, so we'll continue 5-on-5. So we'll take a look at the original penalty. Just an accidental trip by Dallaire looking to swipe at the puck. Gets under the feet of Harple. Just under 6 to go. The puck gets pinned right outside the box where Harple sits. Working up there is Horchuk. He is quickly poke-checked after getting inside the zone. Taken back by the Flames. Opposite way, between the legs, Deke. Attempt there from Casey. That one taken away by Horchuk, poked in at the line. Horchuk spinning, getting that one out again. The Flames will clear this one just inside the zone. Day will flip that one out. Taken back by Casey at the blue line. He makes a move to get around Day. Casey protecting the puck, moving to the middle. Has it all alone and has his stick lifted before he get a shot off. Great defending there by the Crushers, eliminating the shot option. Shot put to the net, gathered by Day. Going up the wall, and held back in. Day again, along the blue line. Poke check back into the zone before it's taken by Jonathan Hayward back in his own end. Hayward to the middle, kicked off a skate. Now in the middle, it's taken by the Flames back the other way. Shaw hits the brakes, waits, goes to the middle. There's a poke check right before the Flames can get the shot off there at the ringette line. Poked away by Lors. It's flipped high up into the boards. Turning, it's Polchi. Trying to find his way outside the zone. Again, that one wired in, but caught down by Morris. He'll clear that one out to center before the Flames bring it right back in. Walking in along the right side. Here's a sharp angle shot. That just missed the cage. And we have another penalty coming up here, and I believe... Is this one going to go against Brock Manning? I think Manning is going to get a tripping penalty here. So they'll have to send someone else to the box. It's Jacob Nissan that heads to the box. And hard to tell on that replay exactly what had happened, but Kent Sud heads to the power play now for 3 minutes. due to the straight time rules. Bro to the line. There's a slap shot redirected by Bro and shot into the corner there by Austin. At the line, Alain waits. All on the boards. Austin will throw that one out. Redirected off the stick of Skoke Woods and into the Kent Sid zone. Skating back is Poitier. He's poke checked by Skoke Woods, but regathered back by his teammate. At the blue line, wiring up. There is Austin. Down the ice it'll go. Alain on the chase for it. Waiting as she gets this one across. Flipped off a stick as the Flames will get into the zone. Gathered there by Morris as he is able to get that one out. Back for the Kent's defense. Ebel on the boards. Taken up by Paradis. This one sent across. Moving inside the blue line. Just offside. There's Saunier. As the two original penalties from earlier are out. It's Dada that steps out of the box with Harple. There's 2.5 to go. Flames back in. Saunier the shot. Manning's there to cover up as that one almost trickled in the net right after. Saunier off the draw. Passed out into the corner. This one off a body of a crusher right out in front. There's a cross crease pass. What a save for Manning. The rebound, they score. Paradis finding that rebound out in front. Tapping it by Manning. McDonald had given an extra shot there as well. That ends the power play for Kent Sud. And Pictou County only has 3 players. There they get 2 defense on from their bench.
Well, with the time winding down here, this effectively seals Kent Sud's spot in the semifinals with a winning record, and not only that, but a positive goal differential. So that's going to be important with tiebreakers.
And their goal differential is going to get up to 9, as the maximum you can get per game is 5. So definitely looking in a good spot as they break out of their zone. There's a stretch pass up to neutral ice. That one just missed the target there. Walking in, KZ to the front of the net. Poke checked off his backhand here. Saunier regathers and scores.
And for the second time this tournament, we have a double-digit lead. The last one was yesterday when Cole Harbour beat Louisville by a score of 13-3.
And that one was Xavier Shaw rather than Saunier, excuse me. As he wired that one to the top shelf, had most of the net to look at. Face off at center. Regathered back in, caught by Austin. He'll backhand that one across. To the far boards, it's Morris. Bringing that one in. They'll wave off icing as the clock continues to tick down from 10. Captured by the Kent Sud defense. Shot down all the way across. Austin's going to pivot. Circle back to his end. Send it into the neutral zone. And that one ends a high-scoring game. And we'll be back with more action here, the 2026 Colin Coleman U11, U13 competitive. It's Chaudiac Capelé and the Western Valley Spartans of the U13 AAA division next on MST.